And we should be live any moment now. And we're live. Laura, how are you?
I'm great. Fantastic. Thank you, Alec. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Great to see you. Guys, introducing the wonderful Laura, who has achieved some incredible things and has kindly agreed to share her story in terms of what she's achieved. So first of all, Laura, let's start at the start. So what were you struggling with before we got in touch?
Well, I've always struggled with my weight all my life, on and off. So I found the last 4 or 5 years I was really struggling, and I tried so many different diets and things, and they just weren't working, or I didn't have the motivation to do it. I was putting more and more weight on because I'm obviously in my 50s now, and it gets harder and harder. My metabolism was all messed up because I was eating less and less food. So I was getting more and more tired. I wasn't able to exercise because I didn't have the strength or the energy in the end. I thought less food meant losing weight, but obviously not. My metabolism was messed up, and then I was diagnosed with an underactive thyroid. So yeah, that didn't help either. So the weight just kept piling on, especially around the tummy. You know, people just kept. When I went on a bus, people asked me if I'm pregnant, give up their seat to me. I couldn't believe it. You know, and I thought, oh gosh, I'm at this stage now where I have to accept my weight, and this is going to be it. You know, I'm not going to do another quick fix thing because they don't work. When you start to eat normally again, the weight just piled back on. So I thought, this is it, mate. This is me now. I'm just going to keep piling the weight on. You know, I thought there was no hope, basically. Thought there was no hope at all. I suffered with mental anxiety. In the end, it was social anxiety because couldn't find anything to wear when I went out. Nothing fitted in the wardrobes. I started to suffer with panic attacks. I don't know if that's to do with the thyroid or what, but mentally, I think I was suffering as well because I wasn't getting enough fresh air. I wasn't getting enough exercise. I didn't have the motivation. So when I did go out, I'd get a panic attack. So in the end, it was just dire. You know, I went to doctors and different things. They could give me different pills for this, and I didn't really want to take the pills, you know. And basically, you know, I was killing myself at the age of like 54 when I came onto this program. I was 54. You know, I was killing myself inside. I wasn't looking after myself at all. Yeah. And
I mean, what was going through your mind, like, every morning when you woke up and looked in the mirror?
I hated myself. I looked in the mirror and I hated myself. I didn't recognise the person that I looked at. When I looked in the mirror, it just didn't seem like me. I knew it was me, you know. I didn't want to get undressed in front of a mirror. I didn't want to. I just quickly got dressed in the mornings before I went to work. I didn't want to look at myself, you know. I felt a bit shameful. If there was any event or something like that, I felt really uncomfortable. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. I would sit there with my arms crossed, or I'd wear something really baggy and big, like I would leave my coat on because I didn't want to show my body, didn't want to show my tummy, and I just felt I couldn't mix with people. It got to a stage where I didn't really want to. I just felt so depressed. I didn't want to go out. Didn't really want to go out and mix with people. You know, what's the point of dressing up when you don't feel good? You don't feel good in your clothes. You don't feel good at all. So I stayed at home a lot. Yeah.
And how long was all this going on? How long did you feel that way?
I'd say the last 2 years. Yeah, it got to that stage. Very depressing, very dark time. You know, I felt it can affect you mentally as well as physically. You know, it was social anxiety I started to get. I just wanted to be in the corner. I didn't want anyone to talk to me because I thought it would draw attention and they could see my body, you know. And people might mention that I put on weight, and you know, I didn't want people pointing fingers at me, and you know, I just felt so uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. So the best thing to do was just to stay indoors, put your sweatpants on when you finish work, and it was so easy just to sit in front of the TV. You know, I didn't have the strength to exercise. So that's all I did. So I got to a stage where, you know, something has to change. You know, doctors, different tablets, antidepressants. They put weight on me as well, so I came off them. You know, tried different things. They even tried soup diets and this diet, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. As soon as I started eating normal, you know. And I think I craved carbs as well. I loved bread. Everything was a baguette or sandwich. You know, I have my dinner would be a sandwich or a baguette, and lunch would be a sandwich or a baguette. You know, just craving the carbs and sugar. Sugar was the worst thing for me. Yeah. So the more my sugar levels were going up, the more it pushed me back down again. When I went and I need more sugar. It's a constant circle, constant. Yeah.
And what made you think we could help you?
Well, what initially happened was I was going through Facebook, and I thought there's another quick fix scheme. And I thought, well, I'm so desperate. What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? You know, I've lost millions of pounds along the years. I really have. You know, on these quick fix things. And I thought, what have I got to lose? You know. And it sounded good. It sounded appealing to me. And when it says sustainable, you know, something that I could do. So then I spoke to you, Alec, you know, on that evening, and you said to me, this could change and that could change. Things could change for you, you know. And I really believed it. I really did believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
What has changed? What's changed?
Now, oh my gosh. It was the best thing in my life that I ever did, was went ahead and done this program. You know, it wasn't just a physical change, it was a mental change. Everything has changed. My day-to-day routine is nothing like it was before. My day-to-day routine now is I get up and I do my exercise and I go to work, you know. First of all, I struggled. You know, I did struggle. I didn't understand about weights. I thought weights, you might bulk up and be this big bodybuilder, you know, and I was a bit frightened of weights. I think, well, I'm going to put on weight, you know. First of all, there wasn't any, you know, there was non-scale victories. You know, I was looking at the scales every 5 minutes and nothing was changing, but I could see change in my shape in the mirror. I could see it. And it was fantastic. I was getting smaller, but there was no change on the scales. And the most, you know, the thing that kept me going on there was speaking to others in the group. It was a fantastic group. Any problem that I ever had, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not losing any weight. I've only lost £1 pound this week, and everyone else is losing 2. And you know, and then I read up on this, and somebody said to me, you know, it doesn't matter what the scales say. It doesn't matter what the scales say. I was getting non-scale victory. My measurements were going down. Everything was going down. I started to hold my head up. I started to walk in a different stance across the room when I'd go out. You know, I felt like, yeah, I started to get more comfortable in my skin. I started to get more confidence to wear things that I wouldn't have worn before.
Like what? What did you wear?
No, I'd wear a tighter dress. You know, before I'd be frightened. I'd have to wear a big jumper over it. You know, and things like that. You know, it's fantastic. I started to get the confidence back. But the most important thing, I started to get my mental health back. You know, the panic attacks went. I was able to walk outside for longer distances. You know, I was targeting the 10,000 a day. Didn't happen overnight, but I got there, you know, and I got into the weights, and I loved doing the weights. It made me feel good after every set. You know, sometimes you don't feel like exercising, but you know why you've done it afterwards, because you get that feeling all day. You know, that energy that comes in. As soon as you've done it, you know you're going to feel good. Yeah. So yeah, it was a fantastic journey for me. It really was. And today I'm still carrying on this journey. Yeah, because I don't want to let go of that. I don't want to let go of that feeling of that. You know, my mental health is great. You know, I've got energy coming out the walls. You know, you wouldn't believe how much energy I have today. You know, I'm still getting my steps in. Not so much in the snow. You know, if I don't, I do it at home. You know, I always do something, make sure I do something every day, whether it's walking or a bit of body combat, a bit of step at home, you know. And I love doing my weights now. You know, I'm building up on my weight as well on the bars, and I love it. It's just fantastic. And I don't know why I've never done this before. I don't know why I've never done this before.
And has
you know.
anyone commented? Has anybody complimented you in terms of everything?
Loads of people. You know, I've got the confidence to go out now, meet friends. You know, friends are like, oh, you know, I think they're a bit jealous of me now. They ask me, what do I do? You know, how do I do that? You know, it's great. It's great. It's great having that confidence. You know, yeah. I feel like I've got my old life back, basically. You know, because I don't know who Laura was for those years that I missed out. You know, I've got my life back now. I can, you know, I can do anything. And I'm thinking of going, if we can this year, maybe go abroad, put a bikini on. Be great. Great feeling. You know, go out with friends. Yeah.
And most importantly, what makes you think what you've achieved is truly sustainable, Laura?
It's in mindset. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. If I look at a meal, or if I just automatically choose what I need, what my body needs. Yeah. Um, it's a change in mindset. Everything just a switch like that. It was just a switch with me. I just changed in mindset. So I know if I don't do my exercise, I'm going to feel like crap tomorrow. Or if I'm going to eat that, you know, how's that going to sustain me? Or is it good for my body? You know, if I eat a load of sugar or something like that. Don't get me wrong, I have a little thingy of chocolate occasionally, but you know, I don't eat the whole bar. I don't eat, you know. So I know in my mind, I know all the time, yeah, that I sustain it without even thinking. You know, it's just a natural thing for me. It just comes natural of what I eat and what I don't eat. You know, I plan for the week, go and buy it, and that's it. The things I'd love to eat, I don't have in the house. I don't have crisps or anything like that in the house. I just don't have them, but I don't miss them. I don't miss them at all. You know, to have this feeling, you know, oh, it's you know, I'm blessed today. I feel blessed. I really do. I really
And look,
do.
Laura, I mean, I could listen to you forever. In terms of you're a different person. Like you mentioned your mental health, in terms of your confidence now, what would you have said to me if I said to you in 3 months' time, Laura, we're going to put you on a live video in front of 7,000 plus people where you're going to share your story about everything you've achieved? What would you have said to me?
I would have said yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. You
Oh,
know, I think this should be shared. You know, people should get something. If one person gets something from it, you know, it's a
And,
great.
and look, Laura, I mean, obviously people have fear. You mentioned yourself, there's so many things out there that don't work, there's quick fixes. So when someone is scared or when someone is perhaps skeptical, what would you say to inspire someone? What would you say to inspire someone to put themselves first?
I would say that fear is just a thought. I'd say just go ahead and do it. You never know. You know, your life could change tomorrow. You know, my life did. My life changed. You know, and sometimes I pinch myself. You know, I'm sitting here pinching myself. What? You know, how this has changed my life completely, not just physically, but mentally and everything that comes into it, you know. Um, but I would say to somebody who's thinking about doing this, just go for it, just go for it. And it'll be the best thing you've ever done, I'd say, best thing you've ever done.
Oh, Laura, you're an incredible woman, and what you've achieved is nothing short of incredible. You've changed everything, and you've done that. Nobody else. You've done it. You've done all of it. And I mean, I really admire your determination. I really, really admire it. You should be so proud of yourself. So proud of yourself. You, I'm speechless. Well, look, Laura, thank you so much for coming on and for having the courage to share your story. And as you said, if just one person takes from this video enough of a kick to actually turn that into action, then it's worth every single second. And any last words before we say goodbye for the night?
I just say to keep strong, you know, keep at it. It does, you know, things will happen. It does happen, you know, it does happen. Things will change, and you know, this is a precious program. You know, you can't get any better than this. I don't think. You know, it's fantastic. You know, so keep at it. Keep strong. Yeah.
Do you know what, Laura? That's not just going to help people who haven't started yet. That's going to help people who are halfway through. Because everyone has a slip. You mentioned yourself. You've had slips in the past. You've had tough times. And you reach out to the community and then everyone else pulls you up. But you're able to do that now to not just help people who haven't taken the step, but also to give back to those people who have either helped you in the past or are in there with you. Laura, I can't thank you enough for your time. It's been a pleasure as always seeing you. No doubt it won't be the last time we see you either. No doubt you'll continue to achieve and of course inspire more people. Have an incredible night, Laura, and thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey. I mean, no more panic attacks. No more panic attacks.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Congratulations, Laura. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.